Well, Disc Golf fans, this is Derek Scull and Chris German once again with Gatekeeper Media, and we're about halfway through our 2019 Las Vegas Challenge coverage, presented by Innova Golf Discs, and our coverage is powered by Millennium Golf Discs.
This is an exciting card, being halfway through, and this was the most interesting day for us, I would say. We weren't really prepared this day. We might as well tell the fans now, we actually didn't walk the course ahead of time.
No, however, we did study the flight videos that were courtesy
the course
of Innova,
previews,
so
yeah, the ones
thank
that you
very
see from
much,
the
guys.
videos.
That did help us a lot, and being familiar with some of the folks here that we're walking around with, that did help a lot as well.
Oh, for sure, and the good thing is Macbeth was actually the card in front of me, so the gallery was kind of following that card, so I kind of knew.
Easy to navigate.
Yeah, it was easy to navigate. We have a fun card, so we're going to have Marty, the Canadian, on here again. We're also going to have Eric Oakley. We do have Anthony Barela, and then we're rounding out with Alex Russell.
So yeah, AB coming off of that hot round for round one, and then kind of sliding back in, and we're graced with his presence here. So I'm really excited to watch what he's got. Dude's got an arm.
Yeah, and the good news is everyone's still close by this point. I mean, this is a moving day. There's going to be a cut, top 40%. And all these guys are only a couple strokes difference. I would say Calvin's the only one that's really stepped away with a couple stroke lead.
Yeah, there still is a lot worth fighting for. That is for sure.
Hole one's just a par 3. Definitely have to pump it a little bit, but a pretty standard hyzer for a righty.
Yeah, it opens up pretty well right after that kind of like clumped bush there to our left.
Yeah, as long as you don't hit anything out of that initial little gap, you should be able to skip up just like Marty and have a look.
Also at 17 under par, Alex Russell.
So Alex Russell, he's pretty young. He's I don't know how long he's been touring. You don't really see him on coverage too much, but when I was doing some stats and some research, pretty young. Another Innova player. So we're gonna have 3 people sponsored by Innova here.
Yeah, it seems like we've had a pretty good run of having Innova family members on our cards.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a nice skip.
Good shot.
Third on the card, also at 17 under par, Anthony Barela.
The kid with the arm.
Yeah.
He's definitely somebody to watch out for, this season and the ones coming up pretty close because, he's still relatively new to being a full-time touring player, correct?
Last year, I think, was the first time that he even thought about it.
I do remember, watching him do his practice round with Macbeth when we were scoping out Delaware.
Yeah. So that faded a little early for him. It's going to be a pretty long look. Not how you want to start off on your first hole. Our boy Oakley. The only one non-Innova. Dynamic. He's sitting 1 stroke below everyone right now.
But you know what, though? Always a good time hanging out.
Oh, yeah.
I also really enjoy his form on the drive.
He said he worked on it a lot this offseason, and you can tell. It seems like he's been trying to keep that arm down a little bit more, and I think it's been working for him.
Yeah, he's getting a little more torque with that throw.
Barela's out, looking for the birdie. Like I said, tough putt to start off for the round.
Ooh.
Just kisses the basket.
That'd have been a really good way to make up for the drive, though. Drive for show, putt for dough. Isn't that what they say?
That's the saying. Marty, we had the pleasure of seeing him last round, and he caught fire for a little bit last. I think he was 6 through 9 on the front 9 for round 2.
Yeah, extremely consistent player.
Yeah, it's cool to see him put up good numbers. And Eric, that's a tough putt. So everyone's just isn't really dialed in yet. Let's see if Alex could be the only one to walk away with a 2.
We were pretty lucky with the weather this day. I would say this was one of the nicer days.
Yeah. Didn't have to worry about like a jacket or hoodie or anything. You could be out there just in like a long sleeve shirt. Alex sinks that. Everyone else should tap in for their pars. And you could see that gallery following him. It was great. Because I'm not going to lie, I was a little nervous.
And I want to call attention over to Fault Line Disc Golf. Met those guys during this tournament. They produce some pretty cool apparel. I'm a big fan of their 5-panel hats. They're pretty sweet.
And they're West Coast, right? So,
They are Southern California,
yeah.
I believe.
East Coast meets West Coast.
Right.
So we're moving to hole 2. This is the first par 4 coming in at 579 feet. Pretty easy hole overall. You kind of just want to throw out on this big open fairway. And you have this approach shot you have this hillside behind it, so you can really run it and just be very aggressive with your upshot. Plays as one of the easiest holes. This needs to stable out for Alex. It looks like it should. It's a great shot. I love when they land right in front of me. It makes me feel good thinking that, like, oh, I'm in the perfect spot.
Yeah, not through you.
Yeah. But that all changes when you have someone like AB on the card. Marty's is staying a little bit more to the left of the fairway. Cut a little bit more of the distance off. It's going to be a tighter look. Could see like a spike or a grenade maybe.
That was one thing, just kind of hearing the buzz around the course. A lot of mention of grenades, just like through conversation I was hearing from the people playing the other courses. So not necessarily like the NT rounds, but like in the players' party, things like that. A lot of people are throwing them out there.
Barela
Well done, dude.
kills that. Talk
that
about
was a
thinking I'm
crush.
in the right spot. He throws that 150 feet past me. 200 feet past me. Oakley had to take the par. He was one stroke behind the card, so...
Yeah, he definitely wants to pick up a little steam and get that stroke back.
He's a little to the right. He's put a really good flight on it.
Yeah, I was going to say it had distance for sure.
Alex with that birdie sitting in 5th, and that's what I'm talking about. He went from 9th to 5th with one stroke. Not a big difference between 5th and 2nd.
And that up, he didn't even have to play that aggressive. Just floated it in there, nice little touch shot.
Just knowing that hillside's there, you could really just throw anything, and knowing that it's going to hit it. Yeah, perfect. Plays as one of the easiest holes.
Oof.
But still, even that, easy putt.
It's always still discouraging when you hit a tree at all.
Barela is probably going to run this a little. He has a lot of distance. Whew. He was pin high off of that.
That's impressive.
That's insane. Alex 2 for 2. Good start to the round for him. Eric's going to tap in. And here's some pretty interesting stats. So there's going to be a lot of birdies. Only 3 holes averaged above par on this course. And then 6 of the 9 hardest holes are on the front 9. So there was a lot of birdies out on this course.
And for a moving day,
Yeah. So
it's
30,
almost like they planned that spread. Like,
yeah. It's good directing there. We're going to move into hole 3. This is going to be a par 3 at 389 feet. Everything before the cart path is okay. It is in bounds. So the only OB you really have to worry about is over to the left.
I would say that you don't really have as much danger as you think from rollaways there either, because there's a lot of stuff that could catch it on the way down. So it saves you from really taking a drive.
Yeah. Slightly downhill too. You still have to pump it, but Alex is, like I said, no OB, so he's in a good spot. He'll have an uphill putt.
Which is odd because, just through viewing, you would assume that the cart path there is OB.
Yeah.
Because that's how it's been played the whole rest of the round.
Ooh. That was a good run from Marty.
Yeah, it still leaves him with a little bit of work, and he's kind of putting over the crest of that little hill, and that could sail on him a little.
Yeah. I have faith in him, though.
We've seen him drain him.
Yeah.
So let's see what kind of crush we have here.
Maybe with the big hyzer shot. His is going a little early.
Yeah, obstructed too.
Yeah, we'll see how that look is. So here's another instance of me almost getting hit. This one was pretty scary. I got really scared from this because I was behind this tree and I knew it was coming through. I knew it was coming through the tree, so I was ready. I was on my toes.
And usually those trees really just stop them.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
The angle, that's tough for Barela there. That was a good run.
Yeah, good placement there.
Alex decides to pitch up. No turkey for Alex. Ooh, nice putt there from Eric.
But knowing that third round is another moving day, having already had 2 birdies, like, why chance it and possibly shoot a bogey and undo some of that work that you did? So, it was a smart play.
You're talking about Alex's play?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I would do in that situation. Good putt there from Marty. Some cool backpacks.
Yeah, I was just commenting on the fact that, like, they're pretty sharp, and I think that they're really affordable too.
Big shout out to Hendel. Moving the hole 4, par 3 at 309. This is a tough one. Really tight green, and they actually put a little, I guess, landing zone for the pin. That's new for this year.
Yeah, they may have had to build it out because maybe they were getting some erosion.
Rollaways. So. It's just really straight from Marty, as we're going to see it skip down. It's going to be a tough look down there.
And with having that OB right in front of it too, so you got the drop off in the back and the hat, not that OB, the hazard rather.
Is there a hazard?
The sand in the front of it? Isn't that listed as?
I guess you could go that way, or you can go that way. That's not good. Bad break for Eric there. Alex is going to elect to go with a forehand as well.
I'd say that's a smart play for a righty.
Yeah, if you have it. You have something like that happen, though, and he's going to be down there with Marty, even deeper, maybe. I mean, if you got the distance, just pump it right at it.
What was the percentage for
hits?
This, yeah.
I don't remember.
It's hard to tell from that angle.
Yeah, he's going to be behind some things. He'll have a look.
So we kind of had a little bit of a spread here, so it was a little hard to get placement because there's...
Yeah.
Each look for the camera was blocked for anything else.
It was this was a tough hole to 1 play and 2 film.
We don't even have eyes on who's shooting here.
Yeah. It is Alex.
Oh. Just couldn't quite fight through.
Yeah, he's close enough. Barela, the only one with a look for birdie, a clean look. Good putt. Looks like he got caught up there. I was getting ready to zoom in on him. The uphill putt for Marty. Good putt for Marty.
Yeah.
Very consistent.
Those are the ones that you have a lot of fun when you make.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of a joyous celebration.
Yeah. Uphill putts are tough. I struggle with those more than downhill putts for some reason.
I mean, that makes sense. Putting downhill, it makes the disc want to fly.
Yeah.
It's falling. Gravity's doing the work for you.
Well, I always hit the cage on like level putts, so when I'm above and I throw under, it actually goes in, so it's
it
perfect.
Recalibrates for you.
We have a spotlight on Marty. He's made a couple nice putts. He's very consistent, and it's really good to see him out here. And he's competing. He's in the running.
Yeah, and some of you guys in the comments have mentioned that you don't see Canadians in many coverage. We're really excited to be having the pleasure of having 2 out of our 3 so far include a Canadian player, and he's a heavy hitter too.
Yeah, and I mean that's the reason why we were invited out here to be out here. Is this third card is a lot of people you don't normally really get to see on coverage, and it's people like this.
Yeah, which I think is great for the sport, great for their branding.
Yeah,
you know?
There's some heavy hitters out here. Barela, great shot. Hole 5 is a tough par 3. You gotta throw it that all 470 feet, and there's OB right in front of the green. Some people will probably pitch up, just take their 3 if they want, or you do what Marty does, and that's good though. So it did roll in bounds before it went out, so he will be putting from over there. He doesn't have to go all the way to the other side of the green.
Yeah, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
Yeah. Eric's looking good. It's going to fade to the left. Yeah. I would say that's probably the most traditional, kind of bailing to the left a little bit.
I'm sorry, did you say that the OB behind the basket as well, or that's not OB?
There might be.
If I recall, it's like the sloped.
There is a roll. There's it is sloped, so it definitely rolls away. You can roll away back there.
Okay.
Whether there's OB or not, I can't remember. I don't think so.
Sorry, folks. The not walking through this course before filming it is still affecting me.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Nice putt from Oakley. As he's starting to pick up.
Who thought they were getting a rewind there?
Yeah.
If you did, you should know better. That was barely outside the circle.
Barela for his 2. He's well within his range. Nice putt. Marty's able to save his 3, which is good, but at this point you want to be getting birdies because you know the rest of the field are going for the birdies here.
Yeah, it's getting the par is not how you separate yourself.
No. Well, it's how you separate yourself in the wrong way.
I would definitely be down on the other side of that roll away.
Yeah. I'd be putting up for my 5. Putting uphill 30 feet for my 5. Alex is going to take his par. We're going to look at the leaderboard, and like I said, it's very tough other than Calvin really running away with it. Ricky Wasaki having a really good round. He's 6 down through 6 currently.
I'm convinced it's the shoes for Calvin.
For Calvin?
Yeah.
Maybe it's not good luck. I mean, we were the first ones to film him.
Yeah,
You had some of that good gatekeeper luck.
Yeah, they're little A, little B. You decide. Folks. I always find it. I wonder. After I really like the idea of having like the tee pad signs during these because I like to have, our viewers see kind of like what you would if you were just walking the course and checking it out before you throw it.
Mm-hmm.
And it always says OB on like the patches on the sides of the tee pad.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if there's ever in a history of this course has someone like botched something and went OB before they even left the tee area.
What do you mean? Like if Eric fell here and then like would have dropped?
And it rolled away to the left there.
Mm-hmm.
Has that happened? It's interesting. Because
Like
I've never
accident
seen.
like
yeah,
that?
exactly. Because it would
know.
count as your throw.
I don't know. There's been a lot of freak accidents happening a lot in disc golf lately.
This
so
season, yeah. With
if it hasn't happened, it might happen this season. Who knows?
we're jinxing it now.
So Marty's sitting 10th. Is he just kind of? Did he just turn that over? That didn't hit anything. I don't think.
That's hard to tell.
Yeah,
You're a little
that's just
far
went
away.
Yeah.
Well, that just shows whatever it did, it didn't work out for him.
He's going to be in those rocks. It's going to be a tough second shot. And Alex
finds himself in a similar situation, a little bit ahead of Marty, but
no.
No. Wow.
Second shot. If you have the forehand, it's looking good. Anticipate the skip. That's a good scramble. I mean, he's going to at least have a look for his birdie. I don't know if we've seen Marty really throw forehand, but he does have this nice Anheuser shot.
Yeah, he hits the top of that tree. And
I feel like I just niced him. I'm sorry, Marty.
We know Eric has the forehand. Oh, that's looking real nice. It's going to skip up.
Very similar die to Zach's. Different colors, but same type of die as his flat tire.
Yeah. Might be the same thing.
Barela's second shot. So I was glad the fans were aware over there and no one got hit. Barela's well within his range. I'll have a look for birdie. Parks it at that point.
That'll be a safe par for him.
Yeah. So no red so far. Ooh.
I don't know if you can get much nicer than that.
Yeah. Well, he had that one putt. You didn't give it to him. So
we'll rewind that for you.
Yeah. I think that was only the last hole. Yeah, I think hole 5. Like, we're not gonna give it to him.
No, at this point though, you could tell he's starting to dial in. So yeah. I'm really excited to see where the rest of this goes.
Yeah. Oakley is feeling it. Good 50-footer.
It's a majestic run up as well. So this is a pretty good bid too.
Barela for
just a little high though.
For par.
It's always aggravating having your putt back, and you have to go back to back because you went furthest out again.
Yeah, it's never a good feeling when you're putting 2 times in a row. So Alex had a couple birdies early on, and it's kind of slowed down since then.
I will say I do like the limited routine that Alex has.
Yeah.
He just comes up and he's a very go with the flow player. He just doesn't overthink it. Just lets it fly.
As we brought this graphic up around 1, I want to bring it up again. It's just showing the numbers that the PDJ has brought out and the growth that everyone is looking to see.
Yeah,
it's happening.
2018 numbers are, I would assume, probably being released pretty soon, but I'm really looking forward to even seeing what the next year over year is.
Yeah, everything is trending upwards at this point. We're going to move into hole 7. It's going to be a par 3 at 453 feet. A couple ways I guess you could really attack this one. But the thing is, you don't really have a gap from the start, so any throw you really have, you can take it. So it's fitting for both lefties and righties. But if you're a righty and you're Eric Oakley, you park it.
Taps the pin and everything.
Oh, beautiful. I would say the righties have it a little better on this skip, where the lefties it's a little tighter. Avies is right in there.
Yeah, another textbook.
So we can see Marty's all the way in 20th place right now at 19 under, and that just shows you how tight this field is, once again bringing it up.
Everybody's hungry.
Yeah,
Start of the season.
Yeah, you throw a couple pars and it's a big difference from 7th place to 20th.
Yeah, like when the whole field is birdieing and you can start falling backwards pretty fast.
Yeah. It's looking really good from Alex. He'll have a run. I really like this hole. This hole looks really nice on camera, and it was fun to film. I just really like the trees behind it. Makes me feel like I'm in Florida almost.
Well, I think it's cool that I'm throwing the Scorpius just for the simple fact that they produce them. It's a disc that's very similar to the Destroyer. It has a really similar feel since it was based off of the original Destroyers. It's just not as overstable, I would say, for guys that don't have as much power. This is basically, you know, a long-range, multi-purpose shooter, whether it be backhand or forehand. This disc was vital right off the bat.
So speaking of Florida, that lovely commercial there for the Barsby Scorp, we were able to film that in the course that's behind Sun King down in Florida.
Yeah.
And you did not do that on purpose. I find that hard to believe, but
I
roll with
really
it.
didn't. I forgot all about that, to be completely honest. So we're moving to hole 8. This is a par 3. This one's a little tough. The green is heavily guarded by this really big tree, and then you have to worry about the OB path behind you.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's quite the ceiling around the basket.
You also have the green in front of you, so a lot of OB. It looks like I wasn't able to get that.
Well, from a filming standpoint, we got a blind look from a blind look, so this is a spray and pray moment for us.
Yeah. So Barela's picked it up a little. He's sitting in 5th. 21 under, so that's 4 under for the round.
Looks like he's throwing some sort of over mold.
And he might have a look from there.
Yeah, just wasn't
short.
quite able to penetrate there.
Yeah. Interested to see what Marty goes with. His is looking really good if that can come back. Yeah.
I think so, Marty. Good miss.
I'd say that's a pretty good shot. I would be very happy with that.
Yeah, comfortable. Now, I do like seeing players switching pretty evenly between backhand and forehand throughout the round. I feel like we've seen a lot of that from Alex.
Yeah.
He's kind of been able to prove his worth on both ends.
Yeah. It's versatility of just being able to throw what you need to throw.
Yeah, that's key.
point.
You got to read the field and be able to say, okay, well, let me carve out the right shot.
Whereas like an amateur, I force throws particular for comfort.
Yeah.
And it's tough. It's a habit, hard to break.
And that is why we do not tour and play.
So Barela does have a look. Could be a death putt knowing that the OB's right behind you. And it's downhill, so
Yeah, it's pretty harsh.
we'll see if he runs it. And here comes. Ooh. I mean, he gave it a bid.
Yeah, he shouldn't. I don't think he's messing with OB, though.
No. Marty, we've seen him make this before.
No wind. A lot of routine.
Yeah. It's one of those moments where I feel like I shouldn't talk. They come every now and then.
But it didn't matter.
Yeah.
He sinks it.
Great putt from Marty. Everyone else should be able to tap in. We'll see threes around. So we're getting close on this front nine. What are your thoughts from the golf we saw so far? We've seen a couple up and downs. I would say Eric's really been the one
I just like making a comment about how tight the field actually is. Everybody's on top of one another, so one minor misstep could cost you places, not just one place.
So a little spotlight of Alex, only 94 events, 15 wins. So just shows you what I was saying. He really hasn't been playing in many tournaments, so it's exciting to see him out here.
Yeah, and he's starting to really like kind of develop his own.
Yeah, you always see his name in the top 15, top 20, top 10. You always see him around there. So hole 9, last hole of this front 9, 369 feet. This is a new hole, actually, a different placement of the tee box.
Yeah, and pretty much the most simple hole on the course.
One of, yeah.
It's literally like straightforward.
Yeah, I mean,
Up the gut.
I would say ace run hole.
Oh yeah, one of the shorters.
Yeah, there's a couple ace run holes.
Now, would you play for, if you're gonna run it for an ace? Would you go skip ace? Would you go try to just sink it, drain right into the chains?
Being a lefty, I would probably try to go into just like right into it, because I don't really have a skip over there from lefty. Or I could go with a forehand skip. Yeah, I'd probably go with a forehand skip. What would you do?
I would probably go for the skip.
Yeah.
The righty skip.
If I'm being completely honest, I don't even know if I could reach it. So a skip,
I'm speaking if in an ideal situation, and that's a park.
Yeah, Alex can reach it. He shows that right there. Barela for the birdie. This would be a good way to end his front 9.
Oof.
He's had a couple really close looks. Marty sitting in 20th at 20 under. Barela in 11th at 21 under. Yeah.
So crazy.
So 9 people are sitting at that same stroke.
Yeah, Marty.
So we're going to take a look at Marty's scores. No red, couple greens.
Never red.
Yeah, so 29 was the par for the front 9. And he took a 25.
You said 29?
29 is the par
Alright.
for front 9. Barela puts up a 25 at 4 under. Oakley, 6 under through 9.
It's a great show.
Yeah, good start for Eric, as he's sitting in 4th place currently. We're going to take a look again if you missed anything. So Eric in 4th at 22. 10th place. 1 stroke difference for Barela and Marty there.
Oakley,
And then 20th place. So there's a 2-stroke difference between Eric and Alex, and that's 4th place to 20th place.
He's
With
given
2 strokes.
He's given Innova a run for their money today.
Yeah. So Ricky's still on fire. Calvin still with a 5-stroke lead. Ladies and gentlemen, as that's going to be our front 9 coverage. Any last words?
Just thanks for tagging along, and we're looking forward to seeing you on the back 9.